what if you're still in the process of filing your 2019 taxes and you've only been in business since January of 2019?
Yeah, you're good. The process is 12 months of payroll. You can use the full year last year, or you can use the rolling 12 months. So, in fact, we looked at our rolling 12 months, and so if you went from March 31st to or March 1st to April 31st, so to speak, that calendar year period, that 12 months, you're fine. You can also use the seasonality approach. You can take the 3 months and annualize that. So you'd be fine. No worries about that. It just becomes your average annual payroll of either one of those versions, where you can get a monthly number and then multiply by 2.5. There is very little documentation on this. So in other words, this is called a self-evaluation. So they're essentially saying, hey, send in what you need and we'll deal with it. You do have to prove behind that, what the expenses are going to be used for. So keep that in mind. So it's a lot less about the front end, about what you're applying for, and a lot more about, what you have to sort of support based on the documentation behind it. The disaster program is different. The disaster program, you'll have to submit some pretty significant data. So Wally, you were going to say something, sorry.
Yeah, no, you brought up an interesting point there. Two points. When I filled out the application this morning, I wondered, because as you know, I started a new company less than a year ago. Mm-hmm. And will it have an impact on that, or do they still just take the average of the 3 months, or what the average would have been over 12 months?
It's the average of what it would have been over 12 months. You take those 3 months and seasonalize it. So in fact, you're prioritized, Wally.
So let me ask you one more question. I noticed on the application also, there was a thing, it's like a stated income thing, like what's your payroll? But I noticed there was a box or a note I remember seeing that you will be asked at some point to support this with documentation when you get to that point in the process. So that's really an important point, I think, that you just made, that all of our viewers and listeners should be aware of. And I forget what you just call it, self-evaluation, whatever. And it was, it was a crazy short form, a page and a half, 2 pages. But there will be some expectation that the SBA or the bank or somebody in this process will have to verify through payroll records, bank records, tax returns, whatever, to verify the information. So really a good point, Gary. I appreciate that.